Hey, what is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here, back with another video for you guys today. And again, we are looking at some more Acolyte figures, and next up we do have Jecki Lan. This figure I was super excited for, just an alien Jedi. I'm always down, and I really like this actress. I think she is X-23 from Logan, and finding out she was going to be a Jedi Padawan in the Acolyte was just super exciting, and her performance just did not disappoint in the slightest in any way. I think she seemed like a phenomenal actress, even though we didn't get a ton with her, but the little bit of development we did get with her was great, and she was just this, ambitious kind of trying her best to be the best Jedi Padawan she could be, but without any, real life experiences. So it was kind of this interesting dynamic where she would almost, tell Soul different things, but he would be like, he had the wisdom of a real life and living a real life, and I guess a full life. And, she's this young Padawan, and she's a little bit more naive to some of these, real life aspects. It's all, you can read the sacred Jedi texts all day long, but applying it in the real galaxy, I guess you could say, is a totally different story. So seeing that dynamic was very cool. And of course, spoilers here for Jecki. She did get just bodied by Quimir, the Sith character. He absolutely destroyed her. She held her own. She did hold her own for a bit, but Quimir just stopped playing. He pulled out that dagger and just three-pieced her real quick. It was one of the most surprising, brutal death scenes I've ever seen in Star Wars. I was not, even though I did predict them to die. I said this in my Yord review, which is up on the channel if you want to go check that out. I did say it in that review that, even though I did predict all these guys to die in that episode, at first I was thinking Soul could have died too, but that was back before we had even seen episode 1, and I thought that fight was going to be more the finale, but they did it mid-season, so that was very cool. And of course, Soul is our lone survivor out of the pack, so yeah, just very, very interesting, and I think her death served the story well. Like I said with Yord, sometimes the villains just gotta brutally murder some people to show them as a threat and a formidable opponent. And like I said, Jecki held her own, for a bit, and but she let her emotions get the best of her, and she charged, and she, let her guard down for 2 seconds and got that three-piece to the chest. And just a amazing, brutal death scene. It's weird to call it amazing, but it was. But anyway, I'm gonna stop gushing over this series, as I know it does have its problems here and there, but overall, I'm just really loving it just feels so Star Wars to me. Like, it feels like a love letter to the prequels and just George Lucas Star Wars in general. If you disagree, that's totally fine. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the series. Taking a closer look at the package here, we do have some very nice box art. I am so happy they have decided to continue this mural artwork on the sides. I just think it is so beautiful. And we do have a bio on the back. As you guys can see, this is a new style of box from the Black Series, and I really, really do like it. It is kind of an amalgamation of the different box styles we have seen, and I think it brings the best out of all of them and just puts them into one design and I'm all here for it. I wouldn't be mad if they never changed this box style. But yeah, this figure, as you can see already, I think this figure looks phenomenal. I did show her briefly in my Yord review. I think this is some of the best face printing in the line we have gotten so far with this wave. So yeah, let's get her out of the package. All right, and getting her out of the package, like I said, I think this is some of the best face printing and just paint apps in general in the line. These figures really, in my opinion, do look premium. This is the type of paint and face printing I kind of expect out of SH Figure Arts. And, Hasbro, people have said it for a long time that Hasbro's closing the gap, blah, blah, blah. I think this wave and maybe a few figures from this last year, and really more as of the last 6 months to maybe 8 months, the gap is officially closing, in my opinion, as far as just quality in general. I think Black Series is getting pretty dang close. I don't think they'll ever quite get there for the price point. SHF is they're just too good. I think the sculpt work is just amazing on them, but this is about as close as you can get for 25 bucks. This is amazing, like especially the head sculpt and head face printing on this. It looks fan-freaking-tastic in my opinion. This looks like you pulled Jecki out of your screen and put her right here in front of you. It's like the Mike TV from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I forget what they actually call it, but yeah, it's like you pull them out of the TV screen and they're legit right here. And yeah, just some of the best sculpt work, in my opinion, in the Black Series line right here in front of us. Now, she does come with one lightsaber, which I would have liked to see two, but it is what it is. You could always find another green lightsaber to give her, but I really do like her lightsaber. We've been seeing a few simple designs from the Acolyte as far as lightsabers, but that totally makes sense as this is more High Republic time. Technology isn't quite where it is in the prequels, although it's still way more advanced than what we have today, but it's still that progression of a little more chunky hilts. And yeah, I just think it is a cool, simple design, and I love that vibrant green. But getting her a little close, and I wanted to take the robe off of her. As we see her a little bit more, really everyone else, we don't see them without their robes on. And I find that pretty interesting. I like it because I love Jedi robes, and I just think a Jedi in their robe looks most like a Jedi. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we do see her, and especially in that fight scene, we do see her more like this. And yeah, I think, as you can see, brand new body type here, and I think, like I said, the sculpt work is just immaculate. All right, and getting into some comparisons here, we do have Yord, of course. Review for him is up on the channel already, so go check that out if you haven't already after this video. But yeah, I mean, these two look great together. This whole wave, I can already tell, is just going to look absolutely amazing together. And really just these, yeah, I don't know. The character designs are pretty good for this show. I really wasn't actually digging the yellow robes at first, but seeing them in the show and now getting them in action figure form, they've come around to me quite a bit. And especially, with the robes on, I think they just look so good. And, I'm not a big fan of soft goods robes, but I think this line has some of the best soft goods. And speaking of really good soft goods, we do have May here, our kind of main antagonist at the beginning at least. And yeah, her soft goods are really, really nice. Now, I'm not going to do a review on Osha or May, but I will show them off a little bit in these comparisons. So yeah, they're just really not that exciting figures to me. I honestly am probably going to move along from them. I got them with the wave, but I just, you know, I hate saying this because I really like the show, and I've been trying to support the show as much as possible because the hate it's getting online is absolutely unwarranted. But the weakest part of the show, in my opinion, is the May and Osha acting, I guess you could say. Now, I'm not an actor. I'm sure it's really hard to portray two different characters and, you know, all that fun stuff. But it just, to me, it is the weakest part of the show, where the strongest part of the show is the Jedi and now Khmer. Like, their dynamic is just amazing. But overall, you know, May is a new Black Series figure, so it's still a good figure. It's just, it's not exciting for me, and yeah, I just don't really feel the need to have it in my collection. And here she is with Osha, and again, just kind of a boring figure, in my opinion at least. You know, it's just a person in like a jumpsuit. Like, it looks like a Ghostbuster to me, in my opinion. But, you know, it'll be great for some customization. Really, any of these figures will be great for customization. Yeah, I mean, for people that are really, really loving the show and want every character from it, these will be great additions to the shelf. And I don't really know what Ki-Adi-Mundi's doing here, but I'll throw them in for a comparison. I might as well, you know. Like, I think it's funny. If you're mad about Ki-Adi-Mundi being in the show, stay mad. He's, you know, obviously an old man. I don't think him being 60 or him being older than 60 is breaking canon. And the whole point of his line in The Phantom Menace is that he's wrong. And last but not least, we do have my custom Khmer, aka The Stranger, aka Smilo Ren, aka Darth Smiley, aka Darth Biceps, whatever you want to call him. Now, you might have seen my video showcasing this guy, but he did have a kind of older helmet style, and although this is painted amazingly by the Toxic Collector, he did send me, after we saw him a bit more in episode 5, he did send me an updated painted helmet, and it looks so good. He also did send me the gauntlet, so yeah, I kind of have a more complete Stranger, and I think he looks amazing, and I can't wait to have all these Jedi just getting slaughtered by him on the shelf. And of course, he is the reason Jecki got murked. She, you know, that 3-piece was just brutal, and yeah, I had to have this guy on the shelf with them. So at the end of the day, guys, I think this is a phenomenal action figure and great representation for the shelf. And if anything, you can grab this figure and throw them in the background of an Attack of the Clones display, and I think it'll work perfectly. Cover her up a little bit more with that brown Jedi robe, and she will just look like a random Jedi character in the background of your shelf. So at the end of the day, I think most of these figures are just a win in general. And I mean, who doesn't want just great Jedi figures? Especially aliens at that. So yeah, I just really, really like this character, and this figure did not disappoint. and I am just super happy to get all these guys on the shelf while the show is coming out. I think it just adds to the hype factor, and yeah, I'm all here for it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you guys gonna get the Acolyte wave, or are you gonna pass? Are you liking the show, or are you not? Keep it civil, please. No hate towards the actresses or actors. You know, just keep it civil. We're Star Wars fans. We love Star Wars at the end of the day. So I get sometimes people aren't gonna love everything, but please keep it civil. If you really want to type something hateful, just keep it pushing, please. You know, yeah, just keep it pushing. Anyway, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Anyone who watches my videos, y'all are some G's. But the top G's are my channel members. If you want to be a channel member, go check that out. If you like wasting money, you know, throwing money in the trash, go for it. Join my channel membership. And yeah, you get some cool perks. You can suggest video ideas, all that fun stuff, stickers, you know, all that. So go check that out. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff. And as always, guys, may the Force be with you. Ayy. Tiati time.